Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we'd like to seek the blessings of Radha Madhava, Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gauranitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. Continuing with the tour of South Bharat, the different holy places. So this is Visakhapatnam is here with Simachalam very close by, and then Hobilam, then we go to Tirupati, Kanchipunam, and then Sri Rangam further south, down to Madurai, to Rameshwar on the coast, and then Kanyakumari, right at the southern tip of Bharat. Then we go up to Trivandrum, and yesterday we looked at Guruvayur, and Guruvayur is here. So we're now moving up north. And the next stop is Udupi, which is here, quite away. And there's a nice train journey go along the the coast, up to Udupi. So Udupi is, let's get the presentation for that. We spent some time in Udupi a few years ago. There's a very good Manipal is a place where there's quite a good Ayurved hospital. So Jayanti went there and had some treatment for the one of the issues, and seems to have sort of been helpful. It's a thyroid issue that she had. Now, fascinating place actually, Manipal. And here we go, Udupi. Okay. So this is the main temple. There are many mutts there. And they were established by Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya, many times we looked at the pastimes of Madhvacharya. And this is his wonderful Gopal deity, magnificent deity. So let's have a look at what we've written. Udupi is a city in southwest Bharat state of Karnataka. It is known for its temples, including the huge 13th century Sri Krishna temple, which houses a murti of Krishna and attracts many pilgrims. Nearby, the ancient Anantasheshwar temple to the god Shiva. The most famous temple is the Udupi Krishna temple, which has 8 mutts. So these are the 8 mutts. Asta means 8, and mat means monastery. Monastery means where there are many monks who live there and study and really get good understanding of the Vedic scriptures. The Asta mats are 8 monasteries of Sanatana Dharma founded by the saint Madhvacharya, founder of the Dvaita school of Hindu philosophy. Out of the 8 mats, the Sri Krishna Mat is the most famous and was founded in the 13th century. Each of the mats was assigned a deity for daily worship. So they have maintained quite a strict standard of daily deity worship, which was established by Madhvacharya. And the pastime of the deity, Madhvacharya was extremely strong. One day, this is going back to the 13th or 12th or 13th century, Madhvacharya was witnessing a problem a ship was having, and he guided that ship out of the problem in the sea. And the captain came to him and said to him, "What would you like?" And the Madhvacharya was, he knew that the captain possessed something very valuable. spiritually valuable, maybe not so much materially. So he asked for the Gopi Chandan, and the captain was very surprised. All you want is Gopi Chandan? I have a lot, but that's all you want? Yes, that's all I want. So a very heavy piece of Gopi Chandan was taken by Madhvacharya, and within that Gopi Chandan was this deity of Krishna. So in Madhvacharya lifted that deity himself. There were occasions when others had to lift the deity, and it took maybe 5 or 10 of them to lift the deity, very heavy. But Madhvacharya was very, very strong, very strong. And he established a very strict routine of worship of this deity. So each of the mats was assigned a deity for daily worship. These deities were the 4 avatars of Vishnu, namely Krishna, Vithal, and of course, this is the view of some of the scriptures, some of the acharyas, but actually we understand, especially from the Brahma Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna is the original Swayam Bhagwan, from whom all the other avatars come. But in the South, especially, they regard Vishnu as the source of even Krishna. Now, we don't argue because it's one and the same person. One God, many forms. Anyway, so the 4 avatars, Krishna, Ram, Nrsimha, and Varaha. These mats are 8 in number because it is believed that 8 is the favorite number of Lord Krishna, who was also the 8th child of Vasudeva and Devaki. So I've got some more information on this. Let's have a look. 1 second. Okay. So this is the deity there. Very fascinating deity. Holds a laddu in one hand, blessings the other hand. There's the laddu. Blessings is with this hand. And this is the main Krishna Mat temple. And this is a chariot. This is also, there's a ghat just nearby, one can bathe. Fascinating place. So the Udupi Sri Krishna Mat temple is dedicated to Krishna. Udupi is first amongst the 7 places of pilgrimage. It's a very important place of pilgrimage. Thousands of pious devotees throng the temple, Krishna temple, all the year round to catch a glimpse of Krishna. The unique feature of Sri Krishna temple, Udupi, is that the Lord is worshipped only through a window with 9 holes called the Navagraha Kitigi. So yeah, it's a very narrow opening. You have to bend down and really look very carefully. And then it's quite dark as well. I don't think they have artificial light in that temple. They light the temple with candles. It has been a tradition in this temple to worship the Lord only through this window. Surrounding the Sri Krishna Mat are several temples, namely the Udupi Ananteshwar temple, Ananteshwar temple, which is over 1,000 years old. The Mat area resembles a living ashram. So monks live there, a holy place for daily devotion and living. Surrounding the Sri Krishna Mat are several temples, the most ancient being made of basic wood and stone of 1,500 years origin. So Udupi is about 60 kilometers north of Mangalore. It's the seat of Lord Krishna, considered to be one of the holiest places for pilgrimage in southern Bharat. Here there is a holy temple of Sri Krishna. This is the birthplace of Madhvacharya. He's the founder of one of the 4 sampradayas. And this sampradaya was, his philosophy was based on Dvaita. The other four sampradayas other three sampradayas are headed by Vishnu Swami, Nimbakacharya, and Ramanuja. He is reputed to have discovered the deity of Krishna from a ship. So that's what we were talking about, the ship, where he saved miraculously, which he saved miraculously from the clutches of fatal storm, reading on the sea of Malpe. One day, he was performing his morning prayers on the Malpe Ocean ashore. He found that a ship sailing in the sea was in danger owing to rough weather. Madhvacharya, with his divine power, was able to control the rough weather. And then the captain of that ship offered him something, and he said, yes, I will have this Gopi Chandan. And within that Gopi Chandan was this wonderful deity of Krishna. Popular belief is that King Ramabhoja, an ardent follower of Parshuram, installed the statue or the deity of Ananteshwar. Chandraeshwar temple was built in the spot where Chandra, the moon, performed a penance to get rid of the curse of Daksh Prajapati. The place where Chandra meditated got to be called as Udupi. So Udu is a star and P or Pa is follower. The usual practice in Udupi is to visit Chandraeshwar, Ananteshwar temples and then visit Sri Krishna temple. There are many interesting stories behind the installation of Krishna, of Murti of Krishna at Udupi. One popular story is like this. The main deity of Krishna at Dwarka got completely covered by Gopi Chandan. So that's what we were talking about. A sailor from Dwarka loaded this heavy lump in his boat in one of the trips across the west coast. The ship was caught in a terrible storm while sailing in the western coast of Malpe. When the meditating Sri Madhvacharya sensed this by his aparaksha, or divine gyan, knowledge, he got the ship safely to the shore by waving the end of his saffron robe and quietening the storm. The pleased captain of the ship offered Madhvacharya anything in the ship in return. So Madhvacharya asked for the sandalwood piece, the Gopi Chandan, containing the statue of Krishna or the deity of Krishna. And then later he took it to the lake, purified it, or the deity, and installed the deity in the mutt. According to the respected mutt deshas, the residents of the mutt, Shri Raghuvarya Tirtha gave the story behind the installation of the deity, which is about the same, I think. So Madhavacharya actually installed this deity and set the rules and standards in the later part of the 13th century. So I've been through that. In the 16th century, so then what happened? There was something happened. During Vadhiraj's rule, Kanakadas, an ardent believer of Krishna, came to Udupi to worship Krishna. But he was not allowed inside the temple since he was from a lower caste. Sri Krishna, however, was very pleased by the worship of Kanakadas. Krishna created this small hole in the back wall of the temple and turned to face the hole so that Kanakadas could see him. The hole came to be known as Kanaka Kindi. So this is interesting. They wouldn't allow this person to go in to the temple because he was from a low caste. But Krishna was very pleased with that devotee. He himself turned and made a hole in the temple, turned to face the devotee. This is the most merciful person. See how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. So this is a really amazing. And this is actually why this deity is worshipped through this small window. So the deity moved in order to give darshan to Kanakadas, and it's remained that way. So very interesting. Okay, so that's one thing. And then other places here, Lord Krishna is depicted as a small boy, Bal Krishna. And as we discussed, his darshan is through a 9-hole window called the Navagraha Kitiki. So this Kanakadas, he really had a desire to have darshan of the Lord. And he prayed to the Lord through a small crack in the wall. And that's what pleased the Lord. And then he turned around. There's a beautiful water tank nearby called Madhva Sarovar with a little mantab in the center. The deity of Krishna is taken on a float during festivals. So, and I think that I might be wrong, but I think it'll be the smaller deities that are taken on the boat festival. We'll find out when we go there. And these are the Asta Mats, the 8 Mats. These are the names here. And then as we talked, Ananteshwar and Chandrashwar temples are located there nearby. And each of these mats, actually very interesting. They're like an ashram. So they have their own like bedrooms, but it's not quite a bedroom. It's like a very big ashram. And we saw some of the austere ways they live. They have their own kitchens, cooks, temple deities, and it's like a little school within the temple, each of the 8 of these mats. Yes, Bhavin.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, are you saying each mat has got each sant own apartment?
Yes, their own head, their own shant, their own monks, their own, like scriptures. It's the same scriptures, but they have their own different ways of teaching them.
So now are you saying mat is really big then?
Yes, huge.
The structure of the build,
Quite
because
big.
then, and you said there are 8. Did you say 8?
Yes, 8 of them.
8 of them, and 8 of them as they got different monks, and they've got different gurus, and they got different apartments inside. Like you can go and stay in there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the visitors, but monks can stay there.
Monks can stay there, yeah. Visitors can't.
Visitors can't. But you can go and see inside.
You can go and see inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
fascinating place, actually.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very interesting today.
Thank
All
you.
the
Yeah.
today's satsang.
Mm.
Thank you. And I wanted to ask you something else, because
Sure.
I did put my hand up earlier.
Did you? Okay.
Kanyakumari, is it only one or is it too many? Because I went to visit one which was near Mount Abu.
Oh, no, that's different. That's something else. I think, as far as I know, there's only one Kanyakumari, which is right at the bottom.
Okay, that's fine then, because I might have got mixed up. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. So any questions, any comments? I wanted to stop there. Okay, thank you so much. Udupi ki jai, Lord Krishna ki jai, Bal Krishna ki jai. So let's stop this.